Okay. Hi, guys. Anyway,
Hello.
when I got back from Go Global, I decided instead of talking to each person individually and repeating myself, I thought we could do this Zoom. I'm recording it so that I can share this with other people. But I know a lot of us with Optavia have wondered what it is, who it is, what are we now, what does this mean, blah, blah, blah. And this event was truly the best event I've ever been to. The reason being is I realized that what Optavia is really a game changer. It's taken us from being really weight loss focused to literally life transformation. How cool is it that we have a health program that is, I mean, let's face it, we're all going to do it anyway. The world, everyone we talk to is always watching what are we going to do? What you're going to worry about your health the rest of your life anyway. Why not pay $200 and have profit sharing with it? And forevermore, you're getting paid for just hanging out with your friends and, hey, do this with me, I'm doing it. Or, hey, I'm using these fuelings in my maintenance plan because I don't want to, overload on sugar, so I'll eat this pudding instead of ice cream tonight. And all these little habits, and it just becomes a lifestyle, literally transforming people's entire life, not just their health, but you're just hanging out going, how about, let's have a paycheck while we're all getting healthy anyway. And whether it's full on weight loss or maintenance, it's literally, dude, you're going to do it anyway. It's like getting paid to share a movie you liked, or getting paid to, how many times have I sent people to products I'm using or things I'm doing? It literally is kind of like a profit sharing thing. And now that the coaching is all automated, you go to your back office, you've got a welcome email, you've got all the text you need, you got a weekly newsletter that's done for you. Click on that and send it to your people. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. And so I can't think of anything out there that, I mean, if iPhone would have told me, paid $200 and I'll forevermore give you money, I would probably have a lot of money right now because I've shared that with so many people. So it's just kind of like that. And so I wanted to go over and share my notes with you guys as far as the mind shift that I've had in regards to showing people what this is, because it really is changing the way I operate and talk to people. Just today I went to a big meeting. I came home with 5 or 6 cards, and the way I presented it is, I'm in the people transformation business. How cool is it that they attached a paycheck to us getting healthy anyway, and anyone can do it? I'd love to talk to you about that. And they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And so it's just really not about weight loss anymore. And it's not about starting, of course, out of the gate, we want to help the people that really need us physically, but it's not about that anymore. It's about wellness, all of the habits, one little itty bitty habit at a time, and just saying, dude, let's just, if you jump on the full program, which is pay the $200, be a health coach, and you don't even have to call it a health coach. It's just sharing with your friends. You're getting healthy. You're all sharing recipes. You're in a community, and you're getting paid for everyone you share it with. And then you're helping them because we're all doing it together. Does that make sense, you guys?
I get what you're saying for sure. And yeah, it's kind of like, if I could compare it to On the Go kit, which I was so stubborn about doing. Now I do it every single time. It's almost like that. It's like, okay, we want to introduce you to the next step after this order is getting ready to invest $200 so you can help us get America healthy, basically.
Yeah. And honestly, it's not, a lot of people can't dream up front And so a lot of people are just like, yeah, I'm down with being part of the profit sharing program type deal. You know, $200 is nothing for me to be able to have a paycheck forevermore as I'm, you know, if this stuff comes to my door and it's in my house, I'm going to eat it. And everybody on the planet spends $15 a day on their food. And if you're just supplementing, I had a guy, the president of the chamber today came to me and said, Julie, I am just overloading with sugar. And he's a fit guy. And I said, oh, I got you. We're going to just change out what you're eating at nighttime, and you're going to eat the brownie or the pudding and get rid of all that sugar. You're going to feel way better. And you just got that home to your house. And when you're telling your neighbors about it, you're just going to get a paycheck doing that, because I'm not going to coach them, you are. He's like, okay, that's cool. I'm not going to turn down a paycheck. I mean, who would? So anyway, so would you guys like me to kind of go over my notes and share with you some of the highlights that I really just struck me? I went through and highlighted my book today, which reminded me of how amazing it was. It was at a great venue in Orlando. And you guys, 90% of the people that crossed stage as global directors, which means you pretty much, you brought both yourselves home from your job. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Only know Optavia. They came.
Oh my God.
Optavia.
Oh my God. So that's like since December.
Since like last convention, when they rolled out Optavia, and everybody was like, oh yeah, Optavia. And they have this mindset of, why wouldn't you pay the $200 and get a paycheck while you're going to forevermore get healthy? And you're telling your friends. They just don't get what the big thing about it used to be. We said, oh, let's get you all lose your weight and stuff. And then there's this other thing over here. If you want to be a coach, it's this old big business or something. Like it's a big deal, where they're going, they got a financial thing attached to us doing this, and away we go. And then your friends have a financial attached to the health. So it just is really super cool how their mindset is. So it says, okay, so first of all, what we have to change in our head is know who you're looking for. Get a mind shift of like literally giving this away. Like, how cool is this? Who's that brilliant to attach a paycheck to what you're going to do anyway? So that others get what they want, because that's what you're really doing, is you're just giving this away, going, look at, it's this ball of happiness. Anyway, and then you're looking for anybody who wants, you know, I said to a couple people, do you want more out of life anywhere? Do you just want more out of life? I'm not really talking about their weight. And that, you know, I'm not going to lie. In the past few years, I got kind of hyper focused on weight. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get healthy? It means lose weight. And they didn't talk about that all weekend.
Wow.
And so you want people who want more out of life. They're hard workers, and they have a heart to help people. If they don't like people, I'm not going to, right? And then, you know, the fear that we have, I mean, social media, live feeds, all the stuff I'm scared to do, the picking up the 10-pound phone. They said, do it afraid. Again and again, just do it afraid. And they're like, we're still afraid. And I'm still doing it afraid, because that's what makes it fun, is that you have that accomplishment afterwards. I'm still doing it afraid. Okay. And then have the sponsoring mindset of that we are giving this gift away. It's like, and you'll start looking for people I loved this, that they can do this better than you can. Those are the people you're looking for. Because if you're sponsoring comfortable people that, you're going to try and save them or help them, it's going to be the hard work. Vicki, you know this like the back of your hand. So
So do
Unfortunately, yes.
yeah. So it's like, they said it's like looking for a car. Once you get in that mindset that you're looking for people like that are better at this than you are, and that are hungry and want more out of life. It's like when you go to buy a black Jeep and then you start looking and all of a sudden there's black Jeeps everywhere. If you start really thinking about, and they said, just start, make a new list of all the people that would be better at this than you. And then start looking for them and they'll start turning up. Business owners and you start looking for hot buttons. Start a conversation. So you're going to make a list of who you're looking for and look at it every day. Start a conversation with them. Ask them if they want more out of life, what that would look like. Invite them to explore. And then repeat. The explore is simply saying what I just said about what we've got our hands on, and then say, can I send you a video? And this video I'm going to send you will open a window into the heart of Optavia so you can see. And then that way they'll be like, oh, that's what that's about. And then there's explore videos on simple systems. And there's a Dan Valentine one that is my favorite.
Cool.
And then
That's what I was going to ask you. I do have those.
what's that?
That's what I was going to ask you. Which one? And I do have Dan Valentine's Explore. It is great.
Yeah.
So there wasn't.
And it's got such a variety of people on it that I really think it's a good one. And of course, Becca Tinter's 15-minute one, if you don't think they'll watch a 30-minute one, but Becca's is amazing too. But I feel like Dan's is a little longer, but it's a little bit more intense. So the reason for the Explorer is to determine if someone's window is open. You use the Explore Zoom so that, like I said, this will give you a window into the heartbeat of Optavia. And then you're looking for what this person might be looking for, where they might be vulnerable in their life, what might be their excuse, concept, or objection.
Can you, Julie?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little more about what do you mean when they're vulnerable?
So when you're hearing that they're saying, I'm a little stressed out, what are you stressed out about? My job. Why are you stressed out about your job? I'm really not liking it, or, that's a vulnerability there. Somebody that's a nursing mom that only has a month left before she has to go back to her job. Where they're vulnerable is where their hot button is. And I'm coming to where he said, where there might be what might be their excuse, their objection. It could be, you're going to combat that with accountability, community. Maybe they're a working mother. There's a lot of pastors that are jumping on board because they don't make a lot of money and they know a whole community if they want to retire. And so they might not be at a healthy weight. Friends or family, if they're not at a healthy weight and they say, well, I want to get some pounds off me, or I want to get to my goal weight before I talk to anyone. You know what? If you're not at a healthy weight, your friends and family will relate to you more and they'll do it with you. If you're already there, they're going to be like, oh, you're already done, or what? They will relate to you. So after the video, you're going to say, what did you enjoy most? Not what did you think. You don't want to open up because they'll go right to the negative, or, there was a glitch in the video and I couldn't hear that person. You don't want to hear all that. You want to say, what did you enjoy most? What was it that piqued your interest? And then just say, okay, well, catch me up on your health. And listen for their hot button. Usually it's the first thing they say after you ask that question. And you're going to use, and you're going to go with that for their why. So use their why for or against them. Like if their why is, well, you know, I just want energy. You want to go a little deeper. Why do you want energy? Well, you know, getting out of this job and stuff, but I can't ever get out of this job because I need the money and it's just not, you know. And so you can use that against them too. Whereas, you know, if you could get out of that job, what would that look like? And you really dig deeper. So, and another one is to ask them, well, where would you be in 2 to 3 years if you continue doing what you're doing? What is your plan? Are you open to an alternative plan? So you're going to share just enough information for someone to make a quality decision. And you're going to use the health assessment. They use this like the back of their hand. They're using this for everything. If you meet someone, you're using it. If you're starting a client, you're using it. Every time you're talking to someone, you're using the health assessment, because it has these intricate questions on it that help jog your memory of what to talk to them about. And I don't know about you, but it's super small writing, so I always have to have this big light on when I'm reading it. But
that's anyway, on our website. That's on our website.
Yeah, it is.
I had a new client do it, and it got emailed to me.
That's awesome.
Not the results, but the fact that I did it.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the well-being assessment or the health assessment? This is like the client profile.
Oh, no. It was the well-being assessment.
Yeah. This is like the client profile. It looks like this. Okay. So this is what they turned the client profile into. And they're just marking this right up. They're using it for everything.
Hey,
What's that?
About that, we do have that health assessment available online, and we can be typing it, auto-filling it as we're talking to them too. You know that, right? We can pull it up online, and it is an autofill. So you're just tabbing through, asking questions, typing the answers, and then you can print it out. If you type
where do you find that, Wendy? Where is that?
I'm gonna have to look. But I did come across
thinking it's in Coach Answers under Documents.
I think it is. I think when you pull the health assistant under Optavia, that's where we find it, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for saying that. That's really, really helpful.
Could be make it easier sometimes. Have your hands, you know what.
So I have about a half a page on Facebook, or I can move through to the rest of it.
Hold on.
Yes.
I just want to make sure. I think that version that you have where everything is so close together is the older one. We got a newer one where there's more space to write in.
Okay. Well, this is my pad that I've been.
You showed that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There is
online
a newer version
too,
where they've kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So so I do have about a half.
I want to make sure I didn't miss something.
Notes of Facebook that I think I'll save for like maybe our Friday thing.
Okay.
Because I want to get through the rest of these notes because they're really powerful. Say no to the good, to say yes to the great. Delegate. Hire people to do your housework and stuff, so you have more time to do what you're genius at, which is the things that you can do in your business. People don't decide their futures. People decide their habits. Habits decide your future. So what I've gotten out of personally is my healthy habits in my business. And I'm getting back to that. because make your life your business. What is the life that you want to design? Make it part of your life, not having it so separate. Like before, we were like, okay, now business. And so because who wins if I do this business? A ton of people I'm helping, myself, my fulfillment. Who loses if I don't? So daily commitment to be consistent, do the scared things. And am I doing Optavia or am I being Optavia? And that's the difference in the fun zone. When you're just being Optavia, you're talking to people, how cool is it we have a financial thing attached to our health? Think strategically, do the hard work. The road to success is littered with obstacles. Expect them. When you embrace the hard things, you're gonna realize that if you're not running into stuff, you're not going the right way. If it's easy, you're not doing it right. So make your business a priority. Your obstacles are your reasons. Your excuses are your reasons. And that was one of my biggest takeaways, you guys. For the past 2 years, I've been making my all the stuff in my life that's been going on my excuses instead of the reason to do it. Like Zoe and my injury and all this stuff, that should have been the reason for me to lean in and be a part of this community rather than try to do it on my own.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, amen.
Amen.
So this is profound. Just losing weight, you haven't solved their problem.
No.
Offer life transformation. Create an incredible future for them. Stress is a trigger, or time, or money, or life. Don't prejudge them on how you could serve them. Open up yourself to learn from everyone what it could be that you could help them transform by having this package of financial, less stress, health. You're working with people. You're all in it together. You're doing it anyway for your life. You're not going to ever stop. So it's just really profound that we have that bundle. The most difficult coach on your team is you. If you lead yourself, then you can lead others. If you can't lead yourself, nobody wants to follow you. And that has been another one of my issues this last couple years, that, I have not been leading myself. And so how could I lead you guys? And that whole racket is over now.
Yay! Go, Julie, go!
Why versus their concept. When you're talking to someone, their why, they're going to say why they want to do this. And the second they say the word but, right after that is their concept. Write it down, because that's what you're going to be working with on them. With whether it's, but I can't afford it, but I'm too busy, and that one nugget is like gold to you. Then you're going to go in and you guys are going to dive into that. And that's what's going to help them move past it, because that's what you're here for. To have a skill set, their number one skill set for your best coach on the planet. You ready for it?
Yep.
They're hungry. They want this more than you want this for them. And you're going to learn that through doing it's called the heart work. It takes longer. You're going to spend more time getting to know them. You're going to spend more time being curious about their daily life, their family, their work, their stress, what they think about things. You're going to spend the time. It's called the heart work. And that's going to give you quality coaches. Is this good for you guys?
Very good.
I'm kind of excited about it. Okay. Be unreasonable about result goals. So just be unreasonable. Go crazy. I want to make 15, 20 grand a month. Or I want to have a house in 3 places like Darla. Be unreasonable about your goals, but be reasonable about your action goals. Don't make it so big you can't accomplish it. And celebrate hitting those action goals every week. So if you celebrate, I said I was going to put 30 hours a week in this week, 30 hours and I did it, and I did the action, and I started conversations, and I did the Facebook, and I was on point. Celebrate that every week. Tell your coach and give yourself a bubble bath or a massage or whatever you do, but celebrate it and make it worth your while. For me, I'm a big spa girl. If I give myself a bubble bath, add me at Bubbles. Okay, so I'm just going to read through this real quick. Surround yourself with greatness. Sponsor up. We already kind of touched on that. They're better at this than I am. Switch from me to we mentality. So it's not me doing my business. It's who is we that's going to come in today, and we are going to talk about what matters to them, to what we can create in their life. And, because if you can find a way, this is awesome. If you can find a way for Optavia to pay for their dream, then you can get behind their dream, they can get behind their dream, and you can really encourage them in the right direction. Because success duplicates success. And so, you can help enough couples come home. Action drives purpose. Purpose drives passion. And if we can move through those all the time, the action is the hardest part because the fear is in the way, the procrastination, all that stuff that we go through. And if we can just start with the action, do it in the fear. Okay, I'm afraid, but okay, Julie, just get your butt in this chair and make the first phone call, or do the first Facebook Live, or and just get in the action. Then you're going to feel on purpose. You're going to feel in purpose, in your mission, and then you're going to get passionate about it. And then, because too many coaches leave the nest too early, way too early. We think we got this, and we're not in our community, and we're not contacting our coach, and we're not sending our map, and we're not doing the daily things because we think we got this, and we don't. I still don't. So way too early. They're like, never leave the nest, because this business is built on senior coaches, and we're all senior coaches to begin with every first of the month. So we need to really make sure we do that. I'm almost finished here, guys. If you're on the right path, it'll always be uphill. So when you are literally struggling, or stuff's hitting you in the face, or you're doing all that, then you're doing it. You're going to get resistance. The resistance is going to come, and that's when you're about to break through. So teach your people to use their words. Use 2 words. What if? So just keep using that with everyone you talk to. Well, what if? And if they go to the negative, it'll hold them back. So anytime they go, well, I could, but, and then there's that concept, there's the negative, and you can be for sure, well, did you realize that's what's holding you back? If they go to the positive, that's what's going to move them forward. So if you say, what if, and they go, yeah, what if I could go on that hike? And yeah, and your kids are going to look up to you, and you're going to, establishing your rituals, habits for your business is just like habits for your health. That kind of got me.
Yeah.
I was like, so working on my health, but not the health of my business. And the same habits I'm implementing in my daily life, I'm not bringing habits to my business. And that's not healthy for me at all, because then I feel like I'm out of integrity. You know, if I can get up in the morning and say, how can I serve my people today? And your people can be your Facebook friends, your associates, your coaches, your friends, your family. How can I serve my people? And, come in that grateful, thank you for the lives I'm going to impact today. Just start your day with just be in that mode. Because remember where we were. Remember where we all were before this. We're all better because of this, all the way around. And, think about where do we see ourselves in 5 years? Where do our people see themselves in 5 years? I had a couple the other day, hadn't even ever talked about it, had no idea. So they hadn't even thought about it. So to help them remember what they want, they have to first talk about it. So I have some more Facebook stuff here. I have 4 items, the top 5 obstacles that people face, that coaches face. I'm going to end with that. That was a Dan and Megan Valentine class. So your action inventory should be these questions first. Am I in action? Why not? What needs to happen? In parentheses, do it afraid. Am I willing to move forward and make a decision? Okay, those are the questions. Top 5 obstacles. The number 1 obstacles coaches have is they're not in congruency with their health, their life. They don't want to be transparent. They're embarrassed. They're not doing the do. I'm wrapping it up. I got 5 minutes. If you can't lead yourself, people don't want to be led. So don't be a gimmick. Recalculate this incongruency and adjust. Just do a heart check. So if you can recalculate, adjust, you don't have to be perfect, and move forward. And like we talked about before, people relate to you if you're not perfect. Number 2, you're unclear on your goal or your why. This is what's going to drive your action. And if you're unclear, you're not going to go into action. If you don't know what you want, then why would you do it? So why do you want what you want? Why is that? So what is your why, but why do you want that? So how to fix that? Anchor your why. Anchor your action in your why. Write it down, then ask why again. So why do I want what I want? And then why do I want that? What will that, just dig deeper. So ask why twice. And that helps with your clients too. If they say, why do I want something? Why again? And then number 3 is lack of structure. Our obstacle is bucking structure. And a lot of entrepreneurs do that. But structure is your friend. Get your calendar specific. Clearly connect structure to your goal. So my goal is 5 new clients. What's the structure this month going to be to make that happen? And then tell me your dreams, but show me your calendar. That's where the rubber hits the road. So stop breaking promises to yourself in regards to your structure, because it gives you low self-esteem. Do your map, team trainings, leadership. Structure is what builds your business. That is how you're going to stop the cycle of your lack of structure. Put it on your calendar. Number 4 is fear. Competence will create confidence. So do it afraid. That's how you fix that. Do it afraid. And then the last one, number 5, is self-sabotage. Thoughts and your self-talk. Identify the resistance. Remember, we talked about if you have resistance, you know you're going the right way. So identify that and feed it with your dream. Read, self-help, do great music, do exciting appointments, fill it all with goodness, and that's gonna cure that self-talk. Don't overthink it. So that's what I have for you tonight. I know it's a lot to take in. You guys were feverishly taking notes, and I love you guys so much, and I'm excited for our future. And I would love for each and every one of you to give me your takeaways real quick in a 1-minute quick response to this before we close. Who wants to start?
I will.
Okay.
It very, very exciting. Exactly what we needed.
Nice.
Thank you for going, Julie.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. I really appreciate it. I needed this little pep talk. And it's making me look at myself in a different way. And yeah, and I love the information about listening to the clients and listening for that word but, and know that right after that, ding, 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 ding. I mean, you know what to look for.
Exactly.
I mean, that's well, there's just so much here. I'm going to have to really read and redigest all of it because it was really good stuff.
Great.
I feel like I had a mini conference.
I know.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Vicki, what do you got?
Well, I think I really like the idea of making the whole financial thing attached to it kind of casual and not so formal and foreboding. You know, be a health coach, and it means all of this stuff. It's like, hey, make some money, talk to your friends, you know. So it kind of makes it a little bit. Does that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh yeah, you know, just like these people that walk across the stage, they just saw it as a no-brainer. Give them $200 and they're making this paycheck because they're going to help their friends, you know.
And you're going to do it for life anyway, so why not?
Sounds like I said, it's not that big. Yeah. I like that, just kind of casual, you know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think that was good. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to stop the recording right now.